Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, Mr. Searly P. It's Wednesday the 7th of June. We've got some new mods and we've got some updates. We've got about 14 new mods, but we've got a few packs within these, so there's quite a few mods to try and get through. Updates: the map The Lost Corner by Design Farming and Tina Inc. That does say a new save game may be required. So yeah, bit vague on that. It might not, it may be. The New Holland T7000 series by Mower, the Fiat Agri 180/90 by Pepe978, the Landini 6L T4i series by Pepe978, the Pinnacle 6x4 tanker by Farm Mods TV, the Annaberger HTS 11D.04 spreaders by Vertex Design, the Samash KT301 by JMZ VNSFDG2, well, let's get that wrong way around. The 30-foot flatbed auto-loading bale trailer by MacTrucker921, the ITR2 by Vanquish081 VSR Modding Sir, the large universal shovel by MacTrucker921, the Finnish machinery sheds by Farmari99, and the modernised flour mill by ADub Modding ABP team have all had updates. I'm going to start with this weight in front of me. This is the Fiat weight by A-ndrea. It is 2.58 megabytes download, 3 slots on console. It's a weight. We've got a few different options on the actual side. I think it goes up to 460 kilo, I want to say. If we go to our tools, go to weights. That one just there, slot count comes down. Does it come down? Yes, from 3 to 1. 220 kilo, 300 kilo, 380, 460 are your options. Fairly straightforward. The Fiat weight by A-ndrea. Moving on from there, hop the fence to here. Well, it's almost like I organised that on purpose. This is the Old Barn. Now I think this is by Hellerweiser H3LLR V. Is it 1, 2, 3? Oh, yeah. Anyway. 6.84 megabytes download, 6 slots on console, 1,460 to buy. Nicely detailed, nicely textured. There's no lighting on this. What is interesting with this one, I do like it. We can open the gate here. And we can open this sliding door here, open roll gate. But this roll gate here won't give me the option to open it because it would roll into that door. Sometimes you get mods and they kind of clip through, but no. This one, we have to close that gate first. Then we get the option to open that roll gate and it rolls across in front of that. It's pretty cool. Nice sound effects. Like I say, no lighting in this one. And the build mode and sheds is where you will find it. Just there. Slot count comes down to 1 from 6. 1,460. The Old Barn. I'm going to say Hellerweiser. I think it is Hellerweiser. Next we've got this. This is rather cool. By my old pal Schultz Modding. This is the Modular Pig Pen by Schultz Modding. 9.91 megabytes download. 5 slots for the pen itself, which is 25,000 to buy and will hold 1,000 pigs. Now that's the centre section. What I've forgotten to do, let's put that on. There we go. If I go over to here and just go to this little trigger, show grid. So that grid is what you will originally get. You won't get the fencing, you won't get any of the stuff in it. These come as part of it. These are your triggers for your bedding and your feed, and it will hold 1,000. So what is modular about this is the fencing. You've got this style of fencing, you've got this gate here, depending on which way around you put it, will open inwards or outwards, up to you. And then around the other side, 2 sides I did one set of fencing, 2 sides I did the other. We've got this sort of fencing. And then we've got water troughs. They don't actually do anything in particular, they're just water troughs, you can put them around. And then we've got the hog huts, which you can also place in here as well. What's also nice about this is when you place it, as you can see, it hasn't adjusted the ground. So if you're going to put it on a grass field or something like that, it won't eradicate your grass. It leaves whatever texture's there, but it will allow you to put extra texture on if you want to. You can put bushes, trees, anything you want in amongst all of this as well. You don't have to have the fencing. So if you've got a large paddock area, you could stick this in the middle of it, for that feel that if you've got 1,000 pigs, they're going to need a bit of room to move around. But also with the boundaries here, it allows you to put sheds right up next to it, whatever you want to do, making it truly modular. Your dado box is over this side, just here, for our 1,000. But I've got 60 in there. Under build mode, under animals, under pigs. So like I said, 25 grand for 1,000 pigs. That's pretty cool. And if we get it just like that, that's what it will look like when you first get it without any fencing. If we come out of there and we go to our decoration and fences, so we got that fencing, which is that fencing there, the more wire fencing. Then we come off that and we go to that one, which is the more sort of solid fencing, like that. And then if we come out of there and go to that, then we got our gate. And depending on which way around you put it, like I say, will depend on which way around it opens. Like that. And then we come out of there and we go to others, I think it was. Scroll back that way. There we go. Just there under modular pig pen, we've got the hog hut. And we've got the water troughs. Now the slot counts on these. The fencing is one slot, and then will depend how far you place it will depend on the price. The hog huts are 2 slots, comes down to 1. The water trough's 1 slot anyway, which so stays at 1. And like I said, you can place, as long as it's in an area on the outside, not in the middle here where you've got your triggers, you can place as many of these in here as you want, depending on what you want to do. And like I say, you don't have to have the fencing at all. If you decide you put something in you don't want, that's all good too. We can come down. We can take our fencing out if we want to, if we put too much in or in the wrong place, or you want to put a shed in there or something like that. You absolutely can. Let's get all that. The Modular Pig Pen by Schultz Modding. Next we have got Old Time Shed Pack by Oito. Now this shed pack has got 13 sheds in it, and these are from FS15 and FS17. They kind of go round in an arc. They've all got lighting, but I haven't found a single light switch, so I'm making the assumption that the lights come on automatically. We'll go into build mode and we'll have a look at them all first, and then we'll kind of, well actually we'll go around as I've done before. We'll start the back there. Slot counts on these are 3s, 4s and 5s, apart from one of them which is 46 slots, and that's because it's the workshop with a workshop trigger in it, but like I said, we'll get to that momentarily. So if I scroll along, we start off just there. So what the old time shed pack, the metal shed, this one here is 10 grand. Open kind of hay loft, hay barn. We've got this one here, which is it, so also 10 grand, closed in at the back and sides. This one here, which is a tunnel version, also 10 grand. We come across to that one there. Separate bays, as you can see. That one, we've got kind of tunnel through to one end, but open on different sides. That one's got a section on there, closed in, but open there. This one here is this one here. So we've got 2 bays, one this side and one the other side, with a drive-through section in the middle. And we come across and we've got, no, so this one here for 30 grand. This is your workshop trigger. That's the one that's 46 slots. That comes down to 2. We'll have a go look in there in a minute. Then we go across to this one here, 20 grand for the open wooden garage. That one there, big wooden garage, 35 grand. This one behind, open wooden garage. That one there, shelter with brick wall. Next, big wooden garage. I put this the wrong way around. I was trying to work out where the door was. It's actually around the side there. There's 2 doors on the side. That's that one there. And then we've got this one here, the hay shed. That reminds me, is it a Sosnovka? I'm trying to think where I've seen that one before. That one there. So most expensive being 35 grand for the big wooden garage. The workshop's only 30 grand. 10s, 20s, 30s, not too bad at all. So we've kind of seen them, but we'll have a scoot round as we go past. Go over to the workshop and have a look. Oh, so I thought I saw a light switch then, but no. This door does open and close. I just opened it to get in and out. Workshop trigger down this end, so you can do your work on your vehicles down this end, but you can store stuff, park vehicles. This was a Sosnovka as well, wasn't it? Didn't this have a pit in it originally? than all the other ones that we have looked at already from the air. There you go. The Old Time Shed Pack by Oito. Yeah, I definitely put that the wrong way around. 2 doors this side. Next, we have got the Agriculture Silos in Fiberglass Multifruit. This by RB Modding. These are 3 slots each, there are 4 of them. I think it's a slight colour difference. This one here, 3 slots each. This one here is 4,700 litres. The other 3 are 15,000 litres each. They are multi-fruits, they will take anything. So you can have a few of these knocking around. But because these are all the same capacity, I was trying to work out what was different about them. I think that one is a slightly lighter colour than this one, and this one is designed to look like it's a little bit older. That's the only difference I can tell, really. These are designed to be used with augers. Putting in is done into the top, taking out, you swing your auger around, so that's underneath, and you can take out from the bottom of these. Under build mode, under silos, there we go, 4,300 for the 4,700 litre, 8,500 for this one here, 7,000 for this one here, and 9,000 for this one here. Which is curious, because as long as you don't mind what it looks like, that one for 7,000 holds the same as that one and that one. I'm trying to discern a difference between the 8,500 and the 9,000. It's only 500. It's not really a big deal, is it? But they are multi-fruit, and they are silos. Agriculture silos in Fiberglass Multifruit by RB Modding. Next, next we've got this. This is the GrappleSaw by P555 Logging. 8.71 megabytes download, 7 slots on console. This is going to be carnage. Bear with me on this one. So this is a grapple with a chainsaw on the back of it, attached there. So you can adjust it round, grab your tree, cut, and then place your tree down wherever you want. In theory, you can see I had a try. I did. It's just I get flustered and the controls got a little bit out of hand. This is designed to work with excavators. As far as I'm aware, it will work with any excavators in the packs. It's a Volvo one, so it's, I suppose, designed to work with the Platinum expansion Volvos. But I don't see any reason why it won't work with any of the others. It doesn't say specifically that it won't. Log grapple attachment with saw for Platinum DLC excavators. Well, maybe it is only for those. Anyway, you'll find it under forestry equipment, just there, 25 grand. You've got version 1, safety stickers, version 2, version 3 has both. Main colour does whatever at the moment is black, will change like that. And the claw colour, anything on those 2 pallets. So, let's hook it up. So, raise over that. This one, let's do that. Put the saw at the bottom. We can rotate that around as well. Having the saw at the bottom means I can grab it and the saw will cut underneath. Again, in theory. Let's get our lights on. Let's get to a tree that we can see a little bit easier. Let's go to here. The first time I tried it didn't work at all. And I panicked. So, let's do that, drop that down, get to about there. So, close our grab. Now it does say, turn on wheel loader tool. So that's on, and it says unfold. There we go. And what I should be able to do is raise that up. And it's holding it. It's actually holding it a lot better than I thought it was going to. So we can rotate, we can move, but then I should be able to do, hang on, no, that, like that. We can put the tree down. So we can hold it up, we can raise it up, we can turn it around, we can move it about if we want to. Open that grab up, and we've cut our tree down. Obviously I've just put it down straight on the floor with a bit more skill, and if I was holding it a bit further up and left myself a bit of room. I mean, the thing is, the saw is set at a certain distance below the grab, so you're always only going to have the width of that grapple holding onto the tree regardless, because the saw's right behind it. Doesn't matter how high up the tree I go, when I cut I'm only going to be holding that part of it. But it does give the option, and I suppose what you can do, because you've got the height of this, you could start at the top and you could cut a top bit, then come down, cut the next bit. You haven't got to do the whole tree, you could do it in sections. That's a whole nother level of skill to work out. So doing it without the tree there, it does that. Should we turn the lights off? There we go. That's the GrappleSaw by P555 logging. Next, we have this. This is the Caruelle Nicolas. This is the Stilla 460 by Mat26, 10.61 megabytes download, 7 slots on console, got a 28 meter boom width with a 4,600 litre tank. I have got precision farming on this time on my mod review, only because I didn't know whether it had spot spraying option, but it doesn't. So I thought I'd double check that, because I know if I didn't have it on, people would ask. So I have checked it. It doesn't have spot application for precision farming. It's just a generic sprayer, I guess. It will do herbicide or liquid fertilizer. And you will find it under said sprayers. Just there, 66 grand. Slot count will come down to 1. We can have Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, or back again. On the Trelleborg we have got those. Michelin, Continental, back to Trelleborg again. I think I went for those. I think. Chassis colour, dark blue or light blue. Rim colour, silver or white, and license plate option on there as well. So, start it up. Nice load of detailing on this as well. All the different nozzle attachments. Now, once opened, we have the option to change our work width. Now, it says 28 meters, that says 27, 16. That's weird. I wonder why it's. I think that's supposed to be slightly different. Or 2 meters, 27, 16, or 2. We can have double application rate if we want to, so we activate it or deactivate it. And then we can unload as well. If we've got anything in it, we can unload it directly. I've only put 4,000 litres in, but it will do 4,600 litres. We can raise and lower the entire boom up and down like so. The arms aren't independent, the whole thing moves as one. I think that's it. Let's turn it on spray. I was trying to tell whether the rear wheels steer or not. Start it back up. I don't think they do. No, it doesn't look like they do, does it? There you go. The Caruelle Nicolas Stilla 460 by Mat26. Very nice. Next we have got, oh yeah, it's directly over here. Planning the utility tank trailer. Just here. This is by Farm Centro Sul, 7.04 megabytes download, 4 slots on console, 10,000 litre capacity. This will do water, liquid fertiliser or herbicide. It has got a pin hitch on it, so I mean, it's designed, I guess, I mean, like I say, you can just move water around in it, but you can, if you've got a seeder that does liquid fertiliser, or you've got something that does liquid fertiliser that has a rear trailer hitch, you can hook this onto the back of the whole lot to take a load more liquid fertiliser with you in the field, or herbicide if you're spot spraying or just herbicide spraying generally. So this you'll find under miscellaneous, I think it was. There you go. Slot count will come down to 1. As I said, 10,000 litres, liquid fertiliser, herbicide or water. Wheel brands on this, we've got Lizard or we've got Michelin. Lizard just has that option. Michelin has that option, or doubles at the front as well. Main colour, anything on this palette, and there's a whole load to choose from. And then rim colour options, we've got a few different metallic stainless steels, and then other, you know, like I say, just have a look through. You're bound to find something you like. There's not much else really, so you can hook up to it and you can pull it around. It's a trailer. Utility tank trailer by Farm Centro Sul. Next to that we've got this. This is representative of 3 in this pack. This is the Lizard CG Grinnell pack. It's Granel, isn't it? Yeah, Grinnell pack. By Holzs FS, 20.41 megabytes download. We've got 7 slots, 7 slots and 6 slots. You'll see in the store in a moment. 15,500 litre, 10,800 litre or a 6,000 litre. Difference between the 3, all the options are pretty much identical apart from the 6,000 litre doesn't have an option for a cover. So I'll show you the options on one of them. That's the only difference between the 3 other than the capacities obviously. So if we go into our augers, which is where you'll find it. So there's our 3, 15,500 litre, 10,800 and 6,000 litre. It takes the crop types and seed and fertiliser that auger wagons take, nothing over and above. It's not an all crop type thing or anything like that. They don't have rear trailer hitches, so you can't hook multiple ones together. They are independent. So under wheel setup we have got 5. Oh, I thought it was 9. Maybe that's one of the other mods. Then stickers, we've got standard. We can have it without the Lizard, but still with the CG 15 ton on there, or without any stickers at all, or back on. Warning sign on the back, we can have triangle, or nothing, triangle, then reflectors, or back off again. Shovel at the front, yes or no. Bit of decoration if you want that. Cover, yes or no. Then main colour, any one of those. Cover colour, we've got the option of the orange or say yellowy orange or black. Like I say, the only difference is on this one we don't have a cover option. Actually, did I miss the rim colour on that one? I'm so sorry. Yes, rim colour option there as well. So there we go. Start it up. Cover open and closed, like so. Unfold, opens the pipe. There's no option for adjusting that pipe. You can see the auger, the flightings inside there. If I fold that back up again, you'll see the animation for that as well. Unclips that, folds it down. If you're over a sell point or a pit or a silo, it comes up the option to unload already. If I unload here, there we go. That's the Lizard CG Grinnell pack by Holzs FS. Next, let's have a tear up with the Taarup. This is the Kverneland Tarup 4032 Mower BX by 4D Modding and Eire Agri Modding. 12.85 megabytes download, 9 slots on console with a 3.2 meter width. It's got a few different options on this as well. For having, if you decide you want to have this on here, so you can swath and you can left swath, you can wide cut. There's quite a few tyre options on it as well. Very intricate design, 4D modding stuff. Always has been, but there's a lot going on here. So under mowers is where you find it. You can work it independently, or you can have it with the front mower. So you have got a front mower and that behind. It's entirely to you. Yeah, out at the very end there. Slot count comes down to 1, 80 horsepower required, runs at 12 miles an hour. So we've got the option for BKT, Trelleborg, knock-in or back. Under BKT we have got all of those. Trelleborg, all of those. Knock-in, just those, and then back. We've got Kverneland or Taarup. Skirts, yes or no. Work mode, 4032 or BX. So the 4032 will give the option to widespread or swath. If you go for the BX, that gives the option to do a left swath as well, which pushes it all out to one side if you want that. So if you go up one way and back down the other way, you can put it all into one swath in the middle if you want to. Then we've got rim colour, any one of these, I like so. So let's start it up. Unfold the mower. It does that. So if we drive forward, it brings it out to the side. We can. We've got the option actually for this. We can adjust the bed of that, so over the ground you've got a little bit of adjustment if you want. But if we go to L1 and right stick side to side, we've got our adjustment here. So as you drive forward, we can adjust that to bring it closer in or further out. So if you are running a front mower, you might want to adjust it to get it to the right position, or you might just decide you want to avoid things, fence posts, things like that. You might want to adjust it. Swing back around again. And then we've got work mode. So at the moment we're on widespreading. Let's turn the mower, lower it down. So that's on our widespreading. A lovely sound effect to that as well. Like that, raise it up, turn it off. We can then change our work mode. Actually, we'll go to swath dropping first, turn it back on, drop it down. So that was widespreading, that's swath dropping, so it just brings it all into the middle a little bit more. Just raise it up, turn it off. And we'll swing around just because you'll be able to see it a little bit easier. Otherwise it's dropping it back into the grass. Let's go to there. If I change my work mode again and we go to left swath, it puts that down if you've got that attached. Turn it on, drop it down. There we go. So you can come back the other way. You can add more onto your swath if you've got it on left swath. Fold the mower. Puts it back up. Whoa, blimey, a little bit too fast there. Puts it behind the tractor, ready for transportation. Lovely. Kverneland Tarup 4032 Mower BX by 4D Modding and Air Agri Modding. Next we have got this over here. This is also representative of a pack of 3. This is the SIP Spider pack. This is by WOLFex Modding. 7.13 megabytes download. There are 3 slots each. We have got a 2.3 meter, a 3.5 meter and a 4 meter. I've gone for the 4. They are Tedders. So, 2,000 for the 2.3 metre, 5,500 for the 3.5 metre, 4,500 for the 4 metre. There was a difference on these. Oh yeah, it's on these. So at the moment, at the top end of the PTO, not at the tractor end, the other end, you've got without protection and without PTO protection. We can put that on with yellow protector or black protector. Take that cover off and just have the yellow or black protector, or back off again. Design colour changes the tine colour like that. The next two don't have the option for that boxy cover over the top. They just have the PTO protection in yellow or black. And the same with the design colour does the tines on both of those. So I've gone with the Spider 400. I think I went with the Spider 400. Yep. Unfold. And away we go. Heading to our heart's content. The SIP Spider Pack by WOLFex Modding. Next, Again, this is representative. This is the Lizard Penta line by SrVertex, 39.23 megabytes download. These are, the first one is 14 slots, all the rest are 15 slots. They are direct drills. There are 5 of them. I think there's 5 in this pack, various different sizes with a ton of different options. As far as I can tell, at the front here we've got inoculant tanks. They are for the look of the thing, because we've only got the option to put seed or fertiliser in here. There's no option to put anything else in, so you can have those on if you want to. But there are some interesting options for packing away. We've got a couple of seed bags you can put on there. There's a cover, which we'll look at the option that. You can have a trailer hitch on there, so as I was saying before about if you want to pull behind your solid fertiliser in a trailer or something like that, you absolutely can. Or if you wanted to seed and you wanted to pull your roller behind you, so once you've done your seeding, you're rolling as you go, you can, which makes life a little bit easier. And there's like I say, there's a ton of options on these. So I'm not going to go through each seeder individually because we'll be here all week. No, it's not seeders, under planters, sorry. I do apologise. So we start there with the Penta 5-row. 14 slots, 15 slots, yeah, all the rest were 15s, and I've gone for the Penta 30. Did I go for the 13? Yeah, the 13 row. So we've got 2.3 metre, 3.1 metre, 4 metre, 5 metre or 6 metre are our widths. Starting at 20 horsepower, 70, 90, 110, 130 horsepower. So not actually too horrendous on the horsepower requirement. So inoculant tank, yes or no? But then we've got, like I say, I'm not going to go through all the options, but I'm not going to read them all out on all of them, should I say. We've got a load of different options for the inoculant tank colour. If you have the tank on, then you've got the ridge markers, yes or no? No, sorry. We've got yes, left only, right only, or no. Then we've got model. So we've got 2008, 2010, 2012, or 2023 options. On the back, we've got lights. Signal lights is up on the top section. Signal lights, work lights 1 with signal lights, work lights 2 with signal lights, or off again. Then we've got GPS and gyroflex. GPS with gyroflex with GPS or both. Then the cutting system. Now I think again this is just for look. I couldn't find any option to change anything on this as I was operating it. We've got knife, button, discs, disarm knife, button disarm, back to knife button, then line spacing. So this is where things change a bit on all of them. So you've got 45 centimetre spacing with numbers, 90 centimetre spacing. So that changes that from in a 5-row to a 3-row. So if you want wider gaps, and then you can have that numbered as well. And then we've got this Ricambio set design. Now this is this top section here, either side. That's rounded at the moment. You can have that with a cover, or you can have it squared off with a cover. Again, it doesn't make any difference to how you operate it. There's an option on there. We've got so cover canvas. You don't have to have a cover, but then we've got a ton of different colour options for canvases if you want a canvas. And then we've got hitch height, 1, 2 and 3. Rear tow hitch, yes or no. So if you want the rear tow hitch, you don't have to have it, of course. Main colour, anything on this palette here. Fertiliser boxes, let's go with that. Box covers, this is all of the boxes. So we can change our box colour. Let's go for a colour that stands out a bit more. Let's go for a darker blue. There we go, box covers. Seed boxes, so we can change those as well. Rim colour, anything on that palette. I think I went silver metallic. So this one doesn't have the option. It does have the option for a cover, but it doesn't have the option for seed bags. As we go across all of these, all the options are pretty much the same. As we get into the larger ones, rather than having a single tank at the front, you get a double tank option. Planting markers are the same, models same, 2008, 2010, 2012, 2023. Lights options are the same, GPS and gyroflex the same, cutting system is the same. Line spacing, it will only differ because of the width of this. So you've got 7 boxes, and if you go for the 90 centimetre, you've got 4 boxes rather than 3, and they kind of gradually work their way up. Settings on that are the same, cover canvas is the same, but this one has an option for a seed bag. Again, that's just for the look. You can have a seed bag on there if you want to. Hitch height, rear tow hitch, main colour, all those options are exactly the same. If we go up to the furthest one up, this one here, you'll see what I mean. If we go for the inoculant tanks, it puts double tanks on. All the other options, exactly the same. If we come down to here, you'll see obviously we've got a lot more rows, 45cm numbered, 13 row. Or if we go for 90cm spacing with numbers, that's the 7 all the way out there. Other options, all exactly the same. So if we come out, I don't know why I went for the colours I did, but I did. So we can activate or deactivate automatic application rate if we want to. Ridge markers, go left ridge marker, right ridge marker. If you've gone for the ridge marker option, you might not have done. We can open our cover. Nice animation and sounds on those. And depending on whether you've got the tanks on there will depend how far open those covers go, which is also a really nice touch on that. If I open the next covers, that closes those, and it will open the seed covers. That's really cool sound effects on that. Now, with a couple of options here that I was unsure of. R1 and right stick side to side. Oh, there we go. We can adjust our ridge markers, so the width of those. But then we've got an up and down option. And I couldn't work out what was, for the life of me, something was making a noise, but I couldn't work out what. I had a look and I couldn't see what was changing. If I go L1, R1, left stick side to side, puts the cover on and off. So if you've gone for a cover, left stick side to side, when you pack it away, you can put the cover on, which is quite cool. Cover it away. If I go right stick up and down, we can put the support down for dropping it, or we can put that away, which also I think is for when you pack it away. So you can put that away like that and then put the cover on as well. See that one? Where's the cover? Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it loans you the cover if you've got that down. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, so you can kind of pack that away as well if you want to. Now these are, as I said, these are direct drills. So if we turn it on, do not turn it on. It's just mechanical. Just drop it down. What just happened there? Something's awry. Whoa, that's not... What's happened there? That's not... I mean, it's seating, but that shouldn't be sat like that. It is direct drilling, but what has happened there? Could be my hitch height, as though the wrong height, maybe? I should have gone for the highest setting. I'm trying to see what's causing the obstruction. Ooh. I honestly can't see what's causing that. The wheels are coming up, it's dropping down, left side's going. It is seeding, but whoa, okay, well. Answer on a postcard. There's the cover. Adjusting all the things that can be adjusted. Up and down, no, in and out. Nothing is adjusting. Okay. It had so much promise. There's going to be something obvious, something I've missed. I'm not sure about that. Something's getting caught up. Anyway, that's the Lizard Penta line by SrVertex. Next, we have this, also representative. This is the Lizard American Truck V340 by VincoMods, 14.44 megabytes download, 8 slots each. There are 2 of these with a few different options to choose from. You will find them under trucks. So we've got a 4x2 and a 6x4. Options on these are exactly the same, so it doesn't matter which one I go for. But I'll show you with... Well, we've got one of those out, so we'll go with that. So we've got 340 horsepower, 485, 570, 650 or 740. for our horsepowers. Window options, window tints up to 4 and back. Side lights, yes or no. Fenders, yes or no on the back. Bumper, we've got standard. Sorry, we got standard. Bumper 2, 3, 4 and 5 with lights on if you want to have them on there. On the front we've got a grid with lizard on there. A chrome with lizard, or back to standard. Tank and exhaust, we've got standard tank and exhaust, chromed exhaust, standard tank, chromed tank and exhausts, standard exhaust, chromed tank, back to standard. Then additional, we've got our eyebrows, our mine's gone blank. That additional 2 puts lights on the top of the cab. Horns, then we can have horns and lights, horns and cover, or cover and lights, or all. There's different options on there. Then attachers, yes or no on the rear. Rear trailer hitch, yes or no. Then we've got main colour, anything on this palette here, and we go through glosses and satins and mattes and various different chromes and things like that. So if I change the main colour, it does leave this section around there and the stripe across the hood. That's our design colour. We can pick something on there for our design colour. Next design colour does the outside of the seats. Let's go for something else that stands out. There we go. Next design colour does the side of the doors, door panels just in there. And across the front of the cab. Rim colour, anything on this palette. And then we've got license plate option on there as well. And like I say, the options are exactly the same on the other one. Just at 6x4. So, top in, start it up. Horns, lights, if you've got the lights on the side, on the bumper and across the roof as well. We have got an interior light as well. You'll see that came on. This doesn't have doors or windows that open, but we do have the option to adjust our mirrors. So L1 and right stick side to side does that one. Up and down does the bottom one. R1 right stick side to side does that one, and up and down does that one. So I said we've got the interior light in here as well. The Lizard American Truck V340 by VincoMods. Which brings me on to the last of the mods today. It's another pack. I think we've got 5 in this one as well. This is the Zetor UR1 pack by WOLFex Modding. 52.53 megabytes download. Now these are 12 slots for the first 4 and 11 slots for the last one. I think that's what it was. With various different options. I think the highest horsepower is 55, but these look great and they sound. I say they sound amazing, but they are loud. I will say that now. They are quite loud, and there's a few different options to be looking at on all of them. Again, the same as with the Cedar we just looked at. Some of the options on all of them are exactly the same, so we'll kind of, you know, I'll say when they are. You know how this works by now. If we go to our small tractors, so we're starting there by the 2X11, £4,000. As I said, slot count was 12, comes down to 1. Options on this, we've got 29 horsepower. That option, 29 horsepower. Then we've got cabin, and this is the same on all of them. So cabin options. Oh no, that wasn't 9. 12? Why had 9 options then? It's one of those days. 12 options on the cabs. Front fenders. We can have squared, curved, back. Design, that's weights. With weights, yes or no. Main colour, all the bits at the moment are brown or beige. Next design colour, that's the main body of the vehicle. Rim colour, that's the rim colour. License plate option on there too. Next one along, the 3X11, £5,000. This is one that does change. 39 horsepower, like that. 42 horsepower, like that. 39 horsepower, like that. And then back to that one again. So 39, 42, 39 with the curved frontage. Cabin options exactly the same. Front fender options exactly the same. Design exactly the same with the weights. If I put a cab on this one, actually, let's go with that. So you'll see if I change the colours now. Let's go with that, for example. We'll do the cab as well. Same to the design colour and then rim colour. Like that. Next one along, the 3X45, 5,500. 39 horsepower. 39 horsepower. Those are the two options. That or that. Same options for the cabin. Same options for design. Same options for colour, rim colour, etc. Next one on, the 4X11. 49 horsepower. We're getting up there now. Like that. Or 55 horsepower like that. So we've got two at 49. Those two. Then 55 horsepower like that. Again, cabin options, all exactly the same. 12 options to go through. Front fender options exactly the same. Design, weights exactly the same. Main colour, design colour, rim colour exactly the same. We move on to the last one. The 55-45. This one is only 55 horsepower. So we don't have any other options on that. We just go through our cabin options. I think all the others are... Is this one a four-wheel drive? I'm trying to think. Oh, I think that's the difference between that and that, is it? That one might be a four-wheel. That's two, then that's four, isn't it? Yeah. 7,500 on this one. As I say, cabin options, design option, colour options, all exactly the same. So, prepare yourself. Start it up. And they've all got a slightly different start and a slightly different sound as well, which I think is brilliant. It's not generic. So, lights. We've got them, indicators if we've got them, obviously depending on whether you've got a cab or not. Horn, so loud. First person. Love that. This one? This is the largest one, isn't it? The 55-45. Look at that underneath. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, that's two-wheel drive. Doesn't have the yeah, definitely. Interior, if you've got an interior, of course, with our wing mirrors in there. They're not particularly fast. I think they look great. That's the only downside. There's a few mods like this every now and again. I normally have my settings across the board pretty much standard now. And you get the odd mod that's so loud you have to be quite a long way from it. Which is a pity because I love the sound of these. And this one, was this one the one that sounded completely different? Yeah. Listen to that. I love that start. Let's do that again. Oh, what a sound. Loving it. So that's it. That's the Zetor UR1 pack by WOLFex Modding, and that's it for the mods for Wednesday the 7th of June. No maps today, I don't think. Just double check because you never know. No, not as far as I can tell. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.